Oh, there we go. I think we are live. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited for today. Are we rolling? Oh, we are going. Hey, everyone. Okay, so I'm super excited today. I'm going to have the one and only Kelley Wentworth, aka my Survivor Queen, Legend, everything. Gonna have her on. I'm gonna see when she joins in. We'll merge the call. But I was just recording all of your questions. Look, I've got the iPad in front of me. I've got all of your fan-submitted questions. I've got my own questions. Hello, hey. Where's Wentworth? She's in here. I think she's in here. Oh, Kelley. Connecting. Oh, hello.
Hi, beautiful. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm going to set my phone down maybe in 10 minutes, but right now it's plugged in and charging. So
okay, that's totally fine.
You look like stunning.
Oh my God, I just got ready for you. I was like, I'm fully in sweatpants. Like, do not be fooled.
Oh!
But I was like, I'll get set up for this. It'll be an excuse to put on makeup.
Okay, good. I like it. I like it.
Well,
I wish you could do my makeup.
Honestly, one day post-COVID, you come to Toronto. I'm doing your glam. Don't worry. I'm on it.
Okay, good, girl, because I don't know how to do makeup. I'm so bad. The other night, I played a joke on my husband. I put on a bunch of makeup. I don't usually wear makeup. I don't know how to use it. And he was like,
what is this? What's happening?
You don't usually wear that much makeup.
It's so funny. Talking about makeup, the one thing in Survivor, we will get to many of the Survivor chats, it's always so funny when you see the jury come on and they have like full glam. And you're like, oh my God, I was so used to seeing them au naturel. It's so funny every single time.
You're used to seeing us look like garbage. I know.
Yeah, you just get used to it. You're like, oh, whoa, what's happening? Who is this person?
The best is at the finale when people have like gained weight and you're like, yeah, that's the same person.
They've been like living their life on ponderosa, eating good. I mean, I don't blame them.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for hopping on. For everyone watching, I see there's lots of comments going off right now. It was so funny. The way we connected was on TikTok, which I'm so glad you're on it. You had your viral TikTok of your epic idol play, which like blew up on TikTok. And now all of your days, like you're like living it. You love TikTok these days.
No, it's embarrassing, okay?
No, it's not.
I'm like an older millennial, I would say. And I'm just trying to get on like millennial TikTok. Like I need more of that in my life. And I feel like TikTok's not quite there with me yet. So I'll get there. I'll get there.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's been the one thing during quarantine. I downloaded TikTok obviously at the beginning, and it's been like the one savior, that and the CBS All Access app, which is why I am like obsessed, reignited my love for Survivor. So both of the things brought together is the reason this live stream is happening.
Yes. And we tried to go live on TikTok together, but I guess if I had known TikTok a little better and how it worked, I would know that you can't do this on TikTok. I didn't realize.
We were both trying to figure it out, and I think my little cousin, she was texting me after, she's like, you realize you can't go on live if someone's in like the States. I'm like, sorry, I'm trying to like learn how to do all of this.
She's like, let me school you on what's going on. Like,
I know, they're keeping us hip, but we're on TikTok. We're trying to be trendy with the kids. But we have a lot of, oh wow, we've got a lot of questions going off. Are you game to hop on into it and just kind of go through all things Survivor?
Yes, and I'm trying not to look at the questions because it gets distracting.
I know, and they're also like covering your face right now. Like I want to see the questions, but I also want to see your face. So
my face isn't that important. It's fine. It's fine. Look at the questions.
That's too funny. Okay, I want to start off from the beginning. I have a lot of personal questions too. Obviously, I'm a huge time, like long-time Survivor fan. Starting off from the beginning, what is the audition process like? Because I read that you initially applied for The Amazing Race. Can you walk us all through how that started?
Yeah. So I applied for The Amazing Race with a roommate, actually. And by the way, side note, everyone's asking to see my audition videos. I cannot find my Survivor one. So I will probably upload. No, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. So I'm going to upload my I have one with my husband now and one with my roommate, my Amazing Race audition tape. So I'll upload those and probably like roast myself because they're so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But yes, applied with my roommate, and then they asked me if there's, like they liked us, but they were kind of hoping for a different relationship. So then I mentioned my dad and I applied, and then our information must have just been on file with CBS because they called us or emailed us 4 or 5 years later and said, would you guys want to do a blood versus water for Survivor?
Wait,
and so
4 to 5 years later?
Yeah, and we had just completely dropped it. Like we applied
Oh
one
my
time,
God.
didn't apply again, and then they just contacted us out of the blue.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's so crazy. I would not expect like
Yeah.
that long of a turnaround time.
Yeah. So I think they must have just had, like, that's the thing is when you send in tapes, they definitely watch it. Like they keep it.
Right.
So I always tell people, if you want to go on the show, don't get discouraged if you don't get called. You can always send in another video.
Right.
Or they may just contact you, honestly.
It
Like
could be in a vault somewhere 5 years later.
It could be. Girl, it could be. Yeah.
Damn, that's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And
so
then
will
we
the
amazing and then go ahead, babe.
Oh,
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, will the Amazing Race dreams ever come to life, or is that now in the back pocket, not a thing?
I would do Amazing Race for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do Amazing Race. But I feel like they would probably want me to do it either with my dad, probably my dad. Maybe Lauren, maybe, but probably my dad.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Amazing. So wait, once you got the call, what does it look like? Are you flown to LA for an IRL audition, or like what is that whole process?
Yeah, so yes, so we went to LA and it's really crazy because we had to like stay in our hotel room together, and they give you like different meal times. So you can't go together, you go different meal times. You kind of see like other people that are there.
Yeah.
And it's really weird because you have to sit at a table by yourself. You can't talk. You're kind of like scoping out the other people there.
You're like in a hotel room at this point, like in a booked out hotel.
So you stay in a room, but then you get like meal times.
Oh, okay.
And so they'll call you and they're like, okay, 1 o'clock, Kelley, you can go for your 30-minute meal time. But Dale has to go separately. And then I would come back and like my dad would go to his meal time. Yeah. Yeah. It was really weird.
Crazy. So then once those auditions happen to you being on the island, what's the timeline look like from there?
We were contacted around my dad's birthday. So that's March 7th. And then we left near the end of May.
Okay.
It's a little over 2 months.
What does the prep look like? Are you like training? Are you like bulking up, eating lots of food? Like what does the pre-game look like for you?
Well, since I've done it 3 times, it's been very different. So the first time I took the approach of, okay, I should like start training my body to not eat. Like I'll eat less. I'm going to start on like a rice diet.
Okay. Interesting approach, but you do you.
So stupid. And then by the time I got out there a 3rd time, I was like, no, you need to bulk. Like people want to look good on TV. No, you need extra fat, like whatever you can get. So I was eating like cheese, whatever I wanted to eat, I was eating it. I didn't care. Like I'll take the extra 10 pounds.
That is ideal training. Just like eat whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll literally just eat burgers every day. Like I don't care because I know I'm probably going to lose it. It doesn't matter. And you need the extra weight. Yeah.
That's so funny. Okay. I wanted to know also, once you're on the island and you have like, are you at Ponderosa first and there's the no talking rule again and there's alternates? How many days is that until game on?
So yes, we go to Ponderosa, which if people don't know what Ponderosa is, that's just the term they use for the place we stay before the game starts. So we go to Ponderosa, we're all there. Yeah, you can't talk to each other. It's very weird. Just from like sun up to sundown. You're like staring at people. Like, yeah, it's like silence. You're kind of exchanging glances. But like if you talk, there's people there and they'll be like, don't talk. Like, don't. It's kind of crazy. And then you do like wardrobe and your interviews and all that stuff. So I'd say probably a week-ish. I can't remember exactly, but probably about 6 or 7 days.
Okay, that actually, I've always wondered about the wardrobe too. How does that work? Because obviously you guys are all like somewhat color coordinated. Do you guys have any say on what you're wearing? Because you see like that one person always in a blazer and you're like, yo, why are you wearing that on the island? That makes no sense. So did they kind of push you in your like category of your role?
Yes. So I actually have like, I have like a TikTok queued up about this. I was watching a show the other night and like now when I watch shows, like I notice all these random things and wardrobe is one of them. And so Survivor, you sort of get a choice, but for me, because I was on Blood versus Water, I was like dubbed the farmer's daughter.
You had like the plaid.
Yes, girl, and I don't wear plaid. Like I don't. Maybe if I go to a country concert, I have one like.
But now it's your
shirt.
uniform. You can never not be in that outfit now.
Yeah, and that's the thing is once you go back, they think like people won't recognize you if you're not wearing the same shit. So I'm like, dude, like they're gonna know it's me. I don't need to be wearing plaid again.
Right. They're like, nope, we got it.
No, so my advice, girl, if you ever go or anyone ever goes, you like, if there's something you don't want to wear, don't send it
Don't
in
wear
to
it.
them. Like, don't. Like, if you don't want to wear Victoria's Secret bra and panties, like, don't even give that as an option. Be like,
Right.
no, I wear sports underwear or
Right.
whatever. Because I had to learn the hard way that, like, once you say you'll do jean shorts, like, you get jean shorts for 3 seasons.
Oh no, that's so tragic. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
It's part of the look. It's part of the uniform. It all works in the end. I'm curious too. Do you guys get to like layer up? Because I've always thought about this. I'm like, oh, if I'm gonna like wear a bra, then a sports bra, then like a tank, and then like a short sleeve, and then a really long, like all of these different layers. Do you get to go in with like as many things you can fit on your body, or like
No.
any? So it's literally
No.
like the one fit you have is the one.
Yes. So you get what they call like press day, and your press day outfit is what you start with.
Yeah.
And then you get an in-game outfit, and that basically means a bathing suit, which we don't get bathing suits anymore. So you basically get one outfit.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah.
So you're just in that all the time. Wow, I just can't deal with that. Wow. Okay. Love that.
Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. Also, I don't know. I feel like someone said War Dog's name, so I don't know if War Dog's in here. But if he is, what up?
Yes. I was literally just rewatching War Dog in your season. I was like, after a snowboarding day yesterday, I was like, I'm just gonna relax, like binge like just an episode or two, just like a refresher. And then I like, of course, watch every single episode. I'm like, I have done no work today. Like,
it's never just one episode, girl. You know this.
I know. The thing is, having it now like on the app. Also, I need to give a shout out to my friend Mackenzie, because I'm totally using her app right now. Like, I don't even pay for CBS All Access, so thank you, Mackenzie. But with the app, I find it so much easier because you can just like binge so quickly. Whereas obviously in like real time on a Wednesday, like you're so like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? You have to wait a week. But it's so much easier to follow the story, and like you just can't stop. So that's what happens.
I agree. The binge is the best way to do it, because you can keep track of like what's going on in the last blind side and the alliances. Yeah, I agree.
So good. Okay, I want to break some of the TV magic too, because I've always wondered, as a fan and a viewer, you see the faraway shots and like you're out in the middle of of nowhere in the water, and you're like, okay, but where are the cameramen? Like, I'm sure they do some of those shots prior, but can you break some of the TV magic in the sense, like, is there a whole strip of like 25 cameramen, crew members all around each challenge, every single event? Do you feel deserted, or does it feel like you're kind of in a TV set 24/7?
When you're at the challenges, there are a lot more cameras than when you're at camp. So I think at camp, it's usually on average, I don't know, like a crew of 4 or like 4 different crews. So like a cameraman, a sound person, and then they kind of have an assistant who like helps with the stuff that they need, cleaning the cameras and whatever. But then at the challenges and at the marooning, it's just like a wall of cameras. It's a lot because they have to catch everything.
Right. Oh my god, that's so crazy. Do you become like best friends then with all the cameramen? Like, I imagine if I'm like on edge of extinction, I'm like, I must become best friends with you. You're my only other human here.
No, you
no
don't.
Talking.
But I will tell you that people, I didn't know this until I'd done it a few times, but they work so hard, and you really need to respect them as well. So there are a lot of times where people will like walk really fast, or they'll have conversations, and the cameramen, like, they're walking backwards to try and record you.
And with like 50 pounds of gear.
Yeah. And so they'll literally be like, slow the F down. Like, we can't record you. So I know by the 3rd time I was out there, I would like try and tell people like, hey, like, let's just walk slow. Like, that means a lot to them.
Yeah.
It makes their life so much easier. So if anyone ever goes out there, respect the cameramen. They really, like, they do such an amazing job, and they're really awesome.
That's so interesting too, because when you're like running away for an idol, do you ever have the thought of, okay, it's not just me that I have to hide, it's also my cameraman and 2 other crew members? Are you thinking that way or no? It must be a bit of a scene, right? If you're like running away and you're like, okay, someone's following me, I'm clearly with people.
So yeah, I mean, if you're going out by yourself anyway, most people know you're looking for an idol.
Okay.
I think that the producers, like, nobody wants to out your game. So if you find an idol, like, producers or you, like, if there's other people around, they're not going to be like, oh my God, film Kelley, she has the idol.
Get the shot, get the shot.
Yeah, like,
making a scene.
They'll obviously catch you, but they're not going to be like, stop right here and show me what you got. Right. They'll wait and, like, you know, hopefully you find it when no one's around, right? Because that's the best time, because then you can just have your scene and nobody knows. If other people are around when you find it, you have to be a little more sneaky about it, and then they'll ask you about it, or maybe you like go off and say you're going to go to the bathroom or whatever it is, and they'll talk to you about it. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they don't want to blow up your game.
Right. And I guess you guys are all in the same position because it could happen to anyone. Like everyone has the cameras 24/7. And then with the confessionals too, are they then always kind of like calling you like twice a day? It's Kelley's confessional time? Or when something dramatic happens, they're like, okay, we got to pull her aside and like get the tea on this. How does that work?
It's usually once a day on average. Yeah. So most people, it's what we call a walk.
Okay.
So if you ever hear anyone on the show when you're watching say, I'm going on a walk, that's what that means, because they don't want you to like be saying like, I'm going to talk to the producers.
Yeah, ruins too much of the TV magic.
Yeah, so that's usually what it is, and you usually talk to them. They have like a notebook of things they want to ask you, but sometimes they'll ask you in the moment, but I would say typically not most of the time.
And do you feel like they're like leading questions often and like trying to like ever angle you, or do you feel like it's pretty open-ended? Like, do you think they go into it being like, okay, we got to get this story out of her, and like they kind of, you know how you hear those typical stories of reality TV, like they kind of will structure their storylines. Is that the vibe at all, or is it pretty chill in that sense? Does that make sense?
I think when you're out there, I mean, there's definitely questions they ask where you, like as a contestant, you should be asking yourself, why are they asking me this?
Right.
And if they're asking you a lot of questions about specific people or situations, then you should probably wonder why. But I don't ever think it's leading. Like they're never telling you what to say. They're never like trying to lead you to say something or make you believe something. I think if you're smart enough to like take in what they're asking you, then you can kind of figure out like maybe there's something else going on. Not all the time, but
I can't imagine that must be so mentally exhausting. Like just every single sentence a producer says to you, any of your crewmate or your castaway mates, yeah, that's what we're calling them. Like you must just be overanalyzing everything. Like I cannot imagine. Do you ever have a moment where your brain is off, or even when you're sleeping you're still like stressed?
Oh, you're stressed all the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The worst is like, okay, because I love sleep, girl. Okay, like my favorite pastime is napping. Like
I can resonate. Yes.
Like if I had the choice to go outside and do something and get fresh air or sleep, I would rather sleep. So on Survivor, that doesn't work. Like you can't nap on Survivor because stuff's usually happening without you. So some of the worst times I ever had was like falling asleep during the day in the shelter, and then like everyone was around me, and then I wake up and like no one's there, and I'm like, like where is everyone? It's the worst. Like you can never be sleeping. It's so stressful. You're on all the time. You have to be.
Oh my god. And okay, is sleeping, I've always wondered this too, is sleeping better on the bamboo shelter or like in the sand? Because I always imagine like the sand, you could kind of make a little nook and like, so which one's better? What's your preference?
I prefer sleeping on the ground. Like I would sleep by the fire because it's so cold. Right. And the bamboo is so uncomfortable. So I would just sleep like literally right by the fire on the ground. And you don't care. After like day 3, you don't give a shit. Like I don't care what crawls on me. I don't care how dirty I get. I do not care. I'm just cold and I'm tired. I'm going to lay here and sleep.
And do you ever get a rejuvenating sleep, or is like no sleep like quality?
No, I don't think so. Not really.
God. Yeah.
No, it's horrible. Yeah,
it's so insane. I mean, I feel like you watch all these episodes and you see like a freak out, or you're like, oh, why did they catch that? And it's obviously so easy as an audience member to like figure it out or like create a better strategy or any of that stuff. But I think people often forget that you guys are literally starving without sleep. Like I'm bad if I'm just hangry on one day, let alone day, what, 37, 38? What did you make it to that one time? Like
38, too long.
And you lost like what, 30 pounds?
Yeah, 31.
How do you like recover after that? Like even after the game, what's like the refeeding process to get back to like your normal starting weight?
Okay, first of all, can you hear me? Because I set you down.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's really bad. Like I don't think that they prepare you for leaving the game. And I don't know that that's the responsibility to do so. I guess, you know, we're all adults, we can make our decisions, but like you're in the game and you're losing weight and you come out and you obviously all you do is eat.
Right.
Binge, like people eat really bad food, and that's like the worst thing to do because your body after that many days is used to just like storing everything. Yeah. Like keeping whatever it can, and now you're eating like I was like hiding like king size Kit Kat bars in my purse. I was like eating whole chocolate cakes, like mentality of like I deserve it for 6 months or a year. I get so And so that's why I made the joke earlier about when you watch the finale and people are like, some people have gained a lot of weight. It's because like you're not used to coming back out into everyday life and going from nothing to overeating. And it's just like really hard times.
Physically, no, it must be so hard on your body, and also emotionally. Like, I'm sure, is there things that you carry with you from the game in a positive way that you're like, hey, this has totally changed my mindset? But there must be some hard mental things that you take away from it. Like, how long did you feel like the mental recovery from the game was?
I feel like for me personally, it wasn't too long, but I know for some people it takes a long time. Like I've heard stories of people when they're out at dinner with friends, which we don't really do that anymore. But back when we could do that, they wouldn't want to share food, like appetizers. They wouldn't want to share because there was this like kind of like hoarding its mind mentality.
Wow. Yeah.
Or people at work would like hear people talking in a side conversation and feel like I'm not a part of that conversation. They're talking about me or things like that.
Yeah.
Happened to me personally too much, but it definitely happens to some people. And I know that some people come out of it with like having like a lot of anxiety or just like worried about their edit or how they're going to come across, or like the social media side of it is really stressful. Because as you know, I'm sure most people are nice, but there's a handful that are really mean.
Right.
And it's like, we're just people. We're literally just people. Like, yeah, I know we're on TV for your entertainment and it's a game and a show, but like I'm a person with a life and a job, and you want to respond sometimes, and it's really hard. So not to go on a tangent about social media trolls.
No, that could be a whole thing. Is CBS kind of on top of you guys even when the episodes are coming out? Are they kind of like watching what you're tweeting and stuff?
Yeah, we're not supposed to tweet anything.
Oh, okay. How did that go for you? Did you follow the rules?
Some of us don't follow the rules, but yeah. I think for season 40, they encouraged it because it was all winners.
Right.
But for the most part, especially newbie seasons, they really don't want people talking about it, which I understand. I mean, one small spoil the season. I mean, yeah.
How long is the turnaround from when you're actually out there into when the episodes start airing? Is it like a few months?
So if you film so they film back to back. I think if you're in the first cycle, you air in the fall, so in September.
Oh, okay.
So that's
probably a long time to keep secrets.
May to September. But then the second cycle, the one that films in like June, they have to wait the winter. So I think it's usually February.
January, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's, especially if you're waiting if you make it to final 3, I could not imagine, because the final one is live, right? So you're waiting like 6 months to find out if you've won.
Yes, correct.
Jeez, that's so crazy. And you've had your birthday. I was like on your like Survivor wiki, just like getting up to date on your stats. And it was like Kelley's the only player on Survivor who's had her birthday all 3 seasons she's been back. I'm like, that's kind of crazy actually. Like when you think about that, insane, eh?
It's so embarrassing. Yeah, 3 times.
Why is that embarrassing?
My first wedding anniversary, I was gone. Yeah.
Aww. I mean, hey, it's not like you were like a baby. Like I was watching what was the season? Rodney, was that his name? When he was like crying about his birthday. It was like, it's my birthday. Like, that's embarrassing. You are not embarrassing. That's so funny. We had a couple of other questions too. Obviously, you're the queen of glasses. You rock a nice pair of frames. What is the contact situation like? / if you're diving, do you have contacts in and then you get a mask? Like, how does the more medical side of the game work? Like if you have daily medication, do they give it to you? Like how does that work?
Okay, so I'll tackle the glasses question first. Okay. So yes, I have glasses. Yes, I have contacts. I would typically only wear contacts during the challenges just because I just didn't want to wear them around camp. It's like so dirty. The less that I put my dirty fingers in my eyeballs, like the better it is.
Right.
So yes, if you dive, they do typically give you 1 set of goggles. If you were on the Lesu tribe, like I was, and if we're in here, you you don't really need them because you lose every challenge anyway.
Oh,
but yeah, it's the whole medical thing is interesting because there is like if you're a female, you do get sayings, you have to submit them ahead of time, but everyone kind of gets like a medical bag, I guess, if you need it. especially if you're a female and you have birth control or anything like that, you can also bring that with you. And then there's like a separate little area that's off camera that you like one at a time you can go to and use whatever you need to use.
Wow. Dr. Joe is really treating you guys right.
Yeah. Dr.
Love. We also had a couple of other questions come in. Someone was asking, as a fan, what type of players do you enjoy watching as an audience member?
Yeah, that's a good question. So my favorite players are all over the board. So hands down, number one is Cirie Fields. I feel like everybody don't know that about me. Cirie is my number one love. She is an absolute queen. I love her. Best player now. Okay, that's my rant on her. I think Tony Vlachos, the best player to ever play.
Truly a legend.
Sorry, I can't believe he won the winter season. I cannot.
And with no votes against him all season.
Yeah, like crazy.
Like, incredible.
And the change, like the fact that he was able to go from his season to the horrible mess that was Game Changers to how he did on Winners at War to winning, like that whole just arc basically is crazy. And he's one of the best. So anyway, completely different from Cirie, but I love him. Obviously, I'm down for the strong females. I love Andrea. I love Parv. I love Kim Spradlin. I love, I like Sophie too. I mean, a lot of good players. So yeah, I'm usually
amazing. Wait, what was the season that got you into Survivor? Like, was there a specific player or season that like you got hooked?
Season 1. Oh,
you've been from day one.
Yeah.
So wait, why did you apply to Survivor then from the beginning? Why were you Amazing Race?
About it. I don't know. I just never thought about it. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
I went to Amazing Race because I love to travel. So that was more than like starving and being on Survivor.
Right. But there is a less glamorous side to Survivor, I feel like, for sure.
Right. Exactly.
We have some other questions here about physical takeaways. What souvenirs did you have to take back other than your buff? Did you get anything, like other mementos or anything like that?
So when we get the tree mail, we typically distribute those. So most people go home with a tree mail because it'll be like, oh, I want this one. You know, usually if it's like a challenge that you did really well in or your birthday or something like that. But most people, you know, get one of those to take home with them. Some people, I think, buy their torches or like gifted their torches.
Oh. Do you guys have the same torch every time? I've always wondered that.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay. So, more fan cues here.
Like, why? This is better. We have to hold it up. Fine.
Okay. Arm strength. It's just like a mini challenge.
Fine. I'll just put it back.
Survivor strength.
It's got like a yellow thing going on here.
This is cute though. I like the plant. I even saw someone comment. They're like, "Wow, how scenic!" Like I love the greenery.
Whatever's
got lots going on. Okay, this one I have to ask. I'm sure you've been asked this before, but rice. Can you eat that or no? Like you just do not consume rice in your day-to-day diet anymore?
Oh, now?
Yeah, nowadays.
No, I eat rice.
Okay. Okay.
It's
okay.
not,
positive.
I'm not like, oh, I need to have rice every day. But I'll eat it, but I don't love it. Like my husband loves rice. I could do without it. But I don't
good to know.
Like dislike it necessarily. Yeah.
Okay, nice like neutral.
Yeah.
Speaking of your husband, ever blood versus water with your husband? Would that be something you would consider if they ever did like round 3?
I'm not frozen. That's just a no.
That's the answer.
No.
No. Any way we could get you back? Maybe if it was like a legends only, like returnees only kind of season? Or is there just no chance for me to see you on my TV screen anymore? Don't tell me that. Don't break my heart, Kelley.
What do I see you on our TV screen? Enough about
me. That's the dream. I submitted a tape actually like 6 months ago, but I don't even know if I don't even think they're in production right now because of COVID, right? And I think they have like a few seasons cast already. So do you know something?
I think they're filmed soon. I would say you or anyone else, I think they've cast what they want to cast now, but I think start looking again in the fall. So
Oh, I'm scrappy. I will definitely be replaying. I love that.
Do it.
When you get invited back, this was my own question I wrote down.
Oh,
I said,
okay.
do you legit get a phone call from Jeff when he invites you back? Does Jeff Probst personally call you? I just need to know.
Question?
That was mine. I wrote that down. It's like, I'm just curious. Does he just like ring you up? He's like, hey, Kelley, come on. Like, how does that work?
Okay. On second chance, no.
Mm.
On edge of extinction, yes.
Oh, wow. Iconic. I love that. Okay, a few more questions. I don't want to take too much of your night. These are all fan questions now, so these aren't my lovely questions.
Yeah.
But they were saying, oh, you covered that. What would it take for you to return? Triggering. Do you cry more in the game? What was that? I lost you for a second.
I said I can answer that question, but I just feel like it's not that exciting. Like I say the same thing every time.
Okay, moving on. Do you cry more in the game than in real life?
Okay, I've only cried in the game like twice.
And like barely, I would say. Just it was like a little tear, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't really cry.
Okay, love that. Tough cookie. We answered that. What are your sleeping conditions like? This was funny. This was a fan submitted question. They said, what are the go-to strategies when you need to just lie your butt off? Do you have like any tactics, like don't look anyone dead in the eyes, anything like that?
I think you just like always agree with people. Like that's the big thing. Like if like even if you know like that's the person you're voting out, like if they come to you and they're like, we're gonna vote out so and so, you're just like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm down with it.
Love it.
Straight up knowing like that person's going home. It's really bad, actually. It's really bad, but there's like nothing to do. Because if you're honest about it, like it just can just spiral out of control of like bad situations. Like that's why you want it to be a blind side, because people can like weasel their way out of getting voted for, or they can turn the target on you, or it's just like, yeah, it's bad. It's like a great but yeah, that's
always my favorite though, when you see like the editors too, like I think they're so hilarious, and it'll be so good too when like you'll be lying straight to someone's face, you're like, yeah, I love that idea, let's go with it, and then they like cut to your like, you want to walk, and you'll be like, wow, he was such a loser, I can't believe he's telling me to say that. Like it's so funny when they have those moments. I'm like, I love the editors, they really just respect.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Yeah.
Is there anything that you were surprised didn't make it onto any of your seasons? Like any like hilarious moments or things that you're like, that's for sure gonna be its own moment, but they just cut it?
The only thing was the one reward challenge in season 38 that they didn't air, which was like it was the reward before I was voted out. Like that same day. They didn't do it the way the crazy tribal before. But I think like when you're out there, it's such a blur, at least for me, and maybe there's other people would say differently, but there's so much, like even in my confessionals that I see on TV, I don't remember saying. I'm like, oh, forgot I said that. Oopsies.
Every week, like you're on the edge of your seat too. You're like, what's going to happen next week? I don't remember.
I'm like, oh, okay. I think too, because you do talk so much. Like think about it, like talking to producers once a day for an hour or whatever, day after day, and so much is going on strategy wise. Like it's just so much, and maybe that's just me, but I do feel also my memory has gotten so bad since Survivor. Like I don't know if something happened to me, but I have major issues. Like I don't know if it's just a physical thing or what, but I cannot remember much of anything anymore.
Oh, God.
Really bad.
Well, thank God it's documented and you have video evidence.
Yeah, thank God it's documented. Yeah, I'll always have that. That's good. Yeah.
That's so funny. This was also a hilarious question. I wrote this down. Someone DM'd me this. They said, just out of curiosity, can you ask, do your lips ever get chapped on Survivor? And I was like, actually, that's kind of true. Like, you have no supplies. You got nothing out there. Do you get chapped lips?
Okay, my lips get chapped without Survivor. So.
I know, on a good day, I'm like dry.
Yeah, I'm like, I need more moisturizer. Yeah, but here's the thing. When I'm out there, I actually try to stay out of the sun. Okay. So I would always kind of giggle on second chance because Abby would like go lay and like sunbathe. And I was trying to stay in the shelter. Like I wanted as little sun as possible. Like I don't want to be getting like burnt or like, dry face or anything. So yes, it definitely can happen, but I also try to drink a lot of water. Like you're not eating, you have to hydrate. So obviously water, you're hydrated and it's not so bad. So those
do they give you sunscreen?
You do get sunscreen, yes.
Okay, good.
I didn't I didn't think it worked, but
wow, conspiracy. The sunscreen doesn't work. Ooh, this is an interesting question. This was towards the end of your time at Cambodia. Someone had asked, did you know, being part of the Final Four, that you were the target? Like, did you know what was going to happen? Did you have that gut intuition?
that I was going to be voted out at 4.
Yeah.
I knew when I lost the challenge. That's why I cried.
Yeah. You knew that was the end. There was no if and crack, nothing.
No, because if I didn't win that challenge, I needed Spencer or Tasha to win it, because I knew if Jeremy won, like
you were done.
It voted out was either going to be me or Jeremy.
Yeah.
So the fact that I didn't win and Jeremy won was worst case scenario, because I knew that the way Jeremy was going to vote out Tasha or Spencer. So I knew. I tried to do whatever I could. You know, Jeremy's like, we'll go to fire, but no, I knew. That's why I tried.
I'm sure you must like kick yourself like with so many different what ifs. Obviously the Idol, like the not playing of the Idol, I'm sure is up there. But besides that, is there anything that you look back and go, damn, like I just wish I did that differently. Like, maybe could have changed it all. Or like, I guess you can't live in regret, but do you have any?
Yeah, I think if you didn't win, you should have some, whatever they may be, conversation or a vote out or anything like that. My biggest one, minus of course not playing the Idol and Edge of Extinction, is the fake Idol and Keith that I gave to him.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was like the perfect storm. It literally had, like, I had the clue or the little Idol notes from my other Idol. So it literally, like the merge color, like it was flawless, and all the idols different, and the clue said all the idols look different, so people wouldn't have known. Like it looked like it was idol, but like that's literally how it could have looked. And so I just wish like I would have taken that into my own hands. I honestly thought that people wouldn't believe me because of how I had played idols before, and I thought Keith would want to stay and use it, but I can't blame him. Like that's my own fault. I should. That's completely on me. And had I, like, maybe it would have worked. It probably would have made someone flip, because like it literally had everything that an idol has. Like it wasn't fake. It had everything. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. But
that's so hard. Okay, wait. Do you must watch back every episode as they're going live? Do you ever rewatch your seasons, or is that just like too like torturous to do that?
I've rewatched like some episodes. Like if I'll have a friend that's like, and I have to remember something, but I haven't gone back and watched like a full season. And I definitely have never rewatched season 29. Like not even, like I don't even remember what happened.
It does not exist. It doesn't even, that didn't happen.
No.
That's so funny. Okay, another beauty question someone had asked me. They were like, yo, is her hair natural blonde? Do you use a purple shampoo? How come you never have roots? Is this your natural color? Because you are blessed.
How do you not see my roots right now?
But like barely, like you're naturally like a light blonde, right?
Yeah, I'm like dirty blonde. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. But sorry, I just made you mess up your ponytail. I'm so sorry.
Not now.
Cute. It works.
Now about like middle part, side part, whatever that bullshit is.
I know. Okay, so I'm right at the line of what's the younger generation called? Gen Z?
No.
Gen X? No, Gen Z is the new one, right? TikTok. Yeah, okay. So I'm right at, wow, we're so cool.
Yes!
Yeah. I'm right at the cusp between like, actually I think 97 is the cutoff between like millennial and then the younger gen. And I'm literally like a 97. So I've been trying to lean into my younger gen, but then they're all saying like, yeah, no side parts, no skinny jeans. What are the other ones? Just like bullying all of our millennial trends. Like
you can't do the laughing face emoji?
Oh, that's like right away bad. I know. There's like so many things. I'm like, oh my God. I'm losing it. I'm losing touch.
Follow. But listen, here's the deal, okay? I was born in 86. So I got I'm almost 35. I will tell you, I grew up in the generation of flared jeans and like the revival of bell bottoms. I've also had side parts or, middle parts. Like, do whatever the hell you want. Like, do whatever you want to do. Who cares? It doesn't
What a beautiful
matter.
message. And also, I also think like this is my personal thing against the younger generation. They've never had like those traumatizing years. Like even like My time was very much so like we would post everything on Facebook, and like we had horrible, like heavy side parts, really bad makeup trends, like bad fashion, and like that was all starting to get documented on digital cameras. Like now the kids are so cool, and like they just have Instagram and all these like cool things to like dress cool. Like they don't have that awkward phase that I feel like literally every generation before had to go through. So that's my little like thing with it. I'm like, they don't know. They got it good.
Not only did I have a camera, I had the like camera that you had to like click and then take the film in to get it developed. What was that called? I don't know, because that's
a disposable, like a film camera. And like now those are trendy again. They're like, let's use these like ancient cameras. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting old.
I saw someone with a razor phone. I was like, excuse me, no, you cannot, no. Don't.
That was like the hot pink one was like my very first cell phone. I just loved the razor phone so much. Bedazzled. Oh, so good. Well, Kelley, I truly have to say thank you so much. This has been the highlight of my week and really the only thing on my calendar I was looking forward to. This was truly a treat. So huge thank you again for coming on and really answering all of our questions. I'll maybe go check out the comments to see maybe if there's a few more questions in the live right now. But
because I feel like sometimes in these, like 90% of people are nice, and then you'll get the occasional.
That's always the thing, right? It's like one bad apple to just spoil the whole thing. But what are we seeing?
What do we got?
People. We've got some future themes. Season 50. Maybe I'll have to make a comeback then.
Oh my God! Wait, do you know some of these people?
I mean, why are they saying, if someone's saying something mean, then I don't know them? I hope not.
Oh, Zoom call tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no, there's some like feuds going on in here, guys.
Yeah, what's going on? Everyone be nice. Fuck this
okay,
boy.
So maybe there's no more questions from the live. LOL.
I'm here for negativity. Okay.
What is
we
that
come here
about?
for enjoyment.
Wait, also I need to show you one last thing. I was gonna do this off the top. Okay, so I'm in my little like office right now, and I have a hilarious image that we keep in the bathroom office, and I feel like you will enjoy this. Don't worry, it's not a photo of you. This was a gift from my cousin. So now Jeff Probst is on the throne of our toilet. It makes absolutely no sense. So oh, there we go. I see her in the chat, my cousin Brooklyn. There's your gift. Thank you so much. I'm putting it to good use. So Trisha Rabbit stands over in the house.
That's amazing.
So funny.
Like, watching over your bathroom. He's like,
oh yeah, no, just living in there. And it was funny when I originally had posted, I was like giving a little tour of this space, and I had posted something on my Instagram, and someone replied and they were like, wait, did that come with the unit? Like, was that photo just in there? I was like, no, but like that would have honestly been 10 times funnier.
What? No.
I don't know, man.
Oh my gosh, the things people say, it cracks me up.
So funny. Okay, well, Kelley, yeah, thank you again so much. I know you've got a busy night already, so I don't want to take too much more of your time, but truly, thank you so much. You are such a hoot, and I will be spending the rest of my quarantine rewatching your seasons religiously because it's my life.
Oh my gosh, girl, stop. I'm so glad that TikTok brought us together. Who would have thought when I joined 3 weeks ago that
No, I know. Okay, I need to tell you, I was genuinely like a little like shocked. Like I was like just scrolling, and I was like, oh, like it must be a fake Kelley Wentworth. And then I was like, wait, that's Kelley? Like, what? I was so confused. And then I was like randomly just going on live stream. And I was like, oh, like I don't know how to use TikTok live. I'm going to try to learn. Again, not thinking that you would join in there. And then you had joined in, and I was like, oh my God, now Kelley's here. Like, what do I say? Like, I was like so caught off guard. But no, I'm glad it brought us together. This is like truly the highlight. And I will definitely be harassing you with more audition tips in the future. And yeah, you're the legend.
Do it. If you have any, I have to do a shout out. My sister-in-law's in here. Her husband, Alana. You guys. Okay.
Oh, hello. Thanks for joining.
And thank you so much for having me. This was so fun. You had really good questions. Sometimes. Who is that person? Do you know that person? THE_69. Do you know that person?
No, absolutely not. Don't give them any attention. Just do I need to block some people in this live stream? Gang, what's happening?
They were talking like they actually know you, but they're
absolutely not.
Like, hi Jacob. I don't know. I'm like, why is this person they're saying it in a way that like sounds like they're like a friend that's like teasing you?
No,
and I'm like,
okay, no, I'm gonna.
There are again. Who are you?
We have live bullying happening in the chat. See, now I don't know how to even. We're just probably just adding fuel to the fire. This is the thing. Sometimes you just can't acknowledge. But no, that is not my friend Kelley.
Irritates me. Okay. Yes. Okay, babe. Thank you so much for having me. It was so fun.
And we'll have to do this again soon. We'll reconnect whenever you're in Toronto. Hopefully, when the world is in a better place, we can unite and just continue all things Survivor chats and just live our best lives.
Seattle or Toronto. I'll keep it on my list.
You know what? I've never been to Seattle, so maybe one day. Who knows? When things are safe.
Please come. We'll do, like, brunch. We'll have mimosas. I'll take you up to Space Needle. We'll go to Alki Beach. We'll have some
I have
dinner.
a personal tour guide. Okay.
Like a dinner date, and I don't mean that at all.
I'll take it. Hey, my goal is just like to slowly join Lauren in your friendship. I'm like, I can just be like the third, like whatever, like hey. So I'll slowly
you can join. You can join.
Oh my god, guys, stop. Stop. That's the dream.
I'll tell Lauren that it's a done deal. You're in.
Love it. Okay. Well, I'm your Toronto tour guide if you need me. Huge thank you again. You're an absolute gem, and this was so much fun. So huge thanks. I hope everyone enjoyed this.
Yes. Yay. Bye, babe.
Okay. Have a good night. Thanks so much. Bye.